sorrow, suffering caused by violence and conflict. In the one of Buddha's message, it was said, the world is totally blind. The world is unstable. The whole world is burning internally and externally. In the world history, there has been so much bloodshed because of our craving and ignorance of the truth. So the world is badly in need of peace, harmony, and coexistence. There is a great challenge. We all have to accept responsibility in me. There is a challenge. At this critical juncture, it is a topmost priority for one religious leader and political leader, spiritual leader, social leader. Find a common solution to strengthen the world peace and security. Your Holinesses, Your Excellency, ladies and gentlemen, the Buddha said, animosity can be eradicated by its opposite, which is love, patience, forgiveness, and so on. Animosity cannot be eradicated by animosity. Violence can be seized by non-violence. Violence can never be seized by violence. Hatred can never be seized by hatred. Through pure love only, they can be seized. This is an eternal law. This is the Dhamma. With the powerful, complex human mind, we find a treasure trove of the virtue and wisdom. We find a rubbish heap of the wickedness and corruption. By developing these respected characteristics, we may become either a blessing or curse to humanity. We human beings consist of both the mind and matter. The Buddha said that the mind is Purana. The mind is chief in our life. The mind is a master of a man. The mind molds the human life. Mind makes happiness and suffering. The mind creates the beauty and ugliness. Therefore, we human beings are architects of our own life. Ladies and gentlemen, thus, in order to create the beauty life, a beautiful world or peaceful world, we must first mold our mind to be beautiful and peaceful first. Today, the world is full of chaos, full of crime, full of misery, full of sorrow, full of evil and violence. Nations are arming themselves to their teeth. Humanity is the danger. Human beings are frightened by armed race among the country. Weapons of the mass destruction are capable of the killing countless number of human lives at any moment. Many atrocities have been perpetrated which baffle discretion. Cruel wars have been waged, marring the historical pages of the world history. These unpleasant situations and miserable events are generated by evil mind. The starting point of such a miserable event is because of the selfishness thought of the egocentric human world. The source of competition and conflict is from the thought of a jealousy or unhappiness over others' progress and success. Another powerful destructive vice within each of us is anger. The constructed virtue that can be eliminated such an evil force is loving kindness. Cruelty is another vice that is responsible for many horrors and atrocity prevalent in the world today. Compassion is a very powerful antidote. Jealousy is a very strong another vice. That is a poison to every system in the world today. Such poisonous jealousy lead to unhealthy rivalry and dangerous competition. The most effective remedy for this poisonous sickness is appreciate joy. Your holinesses, your excellency, my dear brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, stability of the mind, balance of the mind is a very powerful tool to make the world to make the peaceful place to live in, to build a harmonious community. Other useful tools include universal love, boundless compassion, sympathetic joy, selflessness, and wisdom. Loving kindness, treat the both good and bad equally without making any discrimination. Just as the water extends its coolness and calmness equally to both the wicked and virtuous, so we should deeply thought of universal love. Next, to make the world better place to live in, wisdom is another important quality we must possess. Removing the ignorance, which is the darkness of a delusion and lie, understanding the truth, seeing the realistic nature, having the correct vision are very important for making right decision. The Buddha clearly stated that these noble qualities and virtues are foundation for the brotherhood, all nations, all religion, the universal brotherhood spirits, selflessness spirits, boundless nature, compassion, great tolerance, and right vision will break down all of barriers separating one nation from another. If we, all leader and follower of the different faith, cannot meet on the common platform, cannot live on a common ground like brothers and sisters, simply because we belong to different religions, then all other noble missionaries and ministry service will surely fail. I truly believe that all religious teaching can help transform the heart and mind of the human being, bringing everywhere to the realization of the truth, liberation or bondage, liberation from all bondage of the hardship and suffering. My dear brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen, since technology, science and technology can never find a solution of a human problem. Science and technology can never find the solution to human problem. Material things are invented and make people comfortable, but it does not necessarily bring the happiness. In the Buddha's message, it was said, the mind is the master of the mind. Mind is the creator of the happiness. Mind is the creator of the sorrow, battlefield, petty field, bloody war, beautiful war, etc. So we should change our mind from being wicked to honest. We should change our mind from corrupt to correct, hateful to loving, cruel to compassion, fearful to favorable, violent to peaceful, divided to united, from evil to noble. Your Holinesses, Your Reverence, Your Excellency, in summary, we need to work hand a leader on a common highway. Existed. We are religious leader, we are political leader, we are social leader, we are spiritual leader. Well, the world citizen shall build a common ground and shall live together peacefully and seriously. May the sublime teaching of the Buddha prevail and purity. May the truth and peace prevail in every corner of the world.
Sayadaw, Sayadaw, Sayadaw. The most venerable Chancellor Sayadaw, we are most indebted to you for your welcome speech and for offering your vision of peace, and indeed for organizing this conference. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, the most venerable Chancellor Sayadaw is endearingly known as Siddhaku Sayadaw Ji. And personally, he is a peacemaker inside and outside the country, and therefore he organizes this conference. Once again, thank you, your venerable sirs. Now we are going to hear from His Excellency, the President of Myanmar. His Excellency is known outside the country in Europe and America as a reformist president. This is evidence in the visit of many heads of the government and country to Myanmar during his office, during his tenure. And His Excellency has also initiated many ceasefire agreements, recently a peace conference in this country. So I would like to invite His Excellency to deliver a
ယူသည်လေးစားပါတော့နိုင်ငံတော်သံဃာမဟာနာယကဥက္ကဋ္ဌဆရာတော်ကြီးကမ္ဘာငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာညီလာခံဥက္ကဋ္ဌဒီတကူဆရာတော်ကြီးနဲ့ပြည်တွင်းပြည်ပမှာဆရာတော်တန်ဃာတော်များနဲ့ဂုဏ်တည်ရှိကိုယ်စားလှယ်များအားလုံးကြက်သိမင်္ဂလာအပေါင်းနဲ့ပြည့်စုံကြပါစေလို့ဥစွာဆုတောင်းမေတ္တာပို့သပါတယ်မြန်မာနိုင်ငံစကိုင်းတောင်ရိုးတီရူကမ္ဘာဗုဒ္ဓတက္ကသိုလ်အဓိပတိဒေါက်တာအရှင်ဉာဏိသောရဦးဆောင်တော်မူတဲ့ကမ္ဘာငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာညီလာခံကြီးမှာပြည်ထောင်စုသမ္မတမြန်မာနိုင်ငံတော်ပြည်သူပြည်သားများနဲ့အစိုးရအဖွဲ့ကိုယ်စားအနေဖြင့်၎င်းဖရာတပည့်တော်ကိုယ်တိုင်အနေဖြင့်၎င်းယခုကဲ့သို့အမှားစကားပြောကြားခွင့်ရတဲ့အတွက်လိုက်လဲစွာဂုဏ်ယူဝမ်းမြောက်ပါကြောင်းလျှောက်ထားအပ်ပါရဗျာကမ္ဘာတစ်ဝန်းလုံးမှာရှိတဲ့တန်ပေါင်းများစွာသောလူသားများအတွက်၎င်းတို့ကိုးကွယ်ယုံကြည်သောဘာသာတရား၎င်းတို့ရဲ့ဘဝများအဓိပ္ပာယ်ရှိစွာရှင်တန်ရပ်တည်ကိုအထောက်အကူပြုလျက်ရှိတဲ့ကဲ့သို့ရှည်လျားတဲ့လူသမိုင်းမှာလည်းယဉ်ကိုးကွယ်မှုဘာသာတရားကအရေးပါတဲ့အခန်းကဏ္ဍကအမြဲတမ်းပါဝင်လျက်ရှိနေပါတယ်ဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာဟာဘက်လိုက်မှုကင်း၍အလယ်အလတ်လမ်းစဉ်ကိုရှောက်လှမ်းတဲ့ဘာသာတရားဖြစ်ပါတယ်စိတ်ငြိမ်းချမ်းမှုနဲ့အတ္တမှလွတ်မြောက်ရေးဟာဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာဝင်တို့ရဲ့အန္တိမရည်မှန်းချက်ပန်းတိုင်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီပန်းတိုင်ကိုသီလသမာဓိပညာအားထုတ်မှုဖြစ်တာရရှိအောင်ဆောင်ရွက်နိုင်ပါတယ်ဘုရားမြတ်စွာဘုရားဟောကြားတော်မူတဲ့မေတ္တာကရုဏာမုဒိတာဥပေက္ခာဓမ္မစိုးတရား၄ပါးဟာငြိမ်းချမ်းညီညွတ်စွာဖွံ့ဖြိုးတိုးတက်စေတဲ့လမ်းစဉ်ကိုရှေ့ရှုဥတည်တဲ့တူနိုင်မဲ့တဲ့လမ်းစဉ်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်မြတ်ဗုဒ္ဓရဲ့တရားဒေသနာတော်များမှာဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာဝင်များအတွက်သာမဟုတ်ပဲအသားရောင်အမျိုးအနွယ်အယူဝါဒခွဲခြားမှုမရှိတဲ့လူသားအလုံးကျင့်သုံးနိုင်တဲ့အခြေခံခိုင်မာစွာတည်ဆောက်ထားတဲ့ဘာသာတရားဖြစ်ပါတယ်ကမ္ဘာရွာခေတ်မှာမတူကွဲပြားတဲ့လူမျိုးယဉ်ကျေးမှုနဲ့ဘာသာတရားများရှိတဲ့လူသားများဟာရှေးခင်ကာလများထက်ပိုပြီးအတူတကွနေထိုင်လုပ်ကိုင်နေကြပြီဖြစ်ပါတယ်မတူကွဲပြားတဲ့မျိုးဇာတိနဲ့မတူကွဲပြားတဲ့ယဉ်ကျေးမှုရှိတဲ့လူအတိုင်းဝိုင်းများဟာနိုင်ငံတကာအမှတ်အသားတစ်ခုအဖြစ်တည်ရှိလာပြီဖြစ်ပါတယ်ယင်းနဲ့အတူအသားရောင်အသွေးခေါ်အယူဆယုံကြည်မှုနဲ့အခြားအကြောင်းတရားများအခြေခံတဲ့ဘက်လိုက်မှုအုပ်စုဖွဲ့မှုဟူတဲ့မလိုလားအပ်တဲ့နောက်ဆက်တွဲဆိုးကျိုးများလည်းပေါ်ပေါက်လာပါတယ်တစ်ချိန်တည်းမှာပဲအမုန်းစကားများရန်ညှိုးရန်စာများလူမျိုးရင်းနဲ့ဘာသာတရားဆက်နွယ်တဲ့ပြိပက္ခများအပြင်အဆိုးဆုံးမှာအစွန်းရောက်ဝါဒများအကြမ်းဖက်ဝါဒများပေါ်ထွန်းလာစေခြင်းပဲဖြစ်ပါတယ်မြတ်ဗုဒ္ဓရဲ့အဘိဓမ္မာဒေသနာတော်မှာပူလောင်ခြင်းရှိလို့ရှိရင်ငြိမ်းချမ်းခြင်းရှိတယ်အမှောင်ရှိလို့ရှိရင်အလင်းရှိတယ်ဆိုပြီးတော့ထုတ်ဖော်ဟောကြားထားပါတယ်အဝိဇ္ဇာအမှောင်တွင်းမှာပိတ်လောင်ခြင်းခံရတဲ့ကမ္ဘာလူသားတို့ဟာပူလောင်ခြင်းရဲ့အကြောင်းရင်းကနဲ့ပူလောင်ခြင်းသဘောတို့ကိုကွဲပြားခြားနားစွာမသိကြပါဘူးဒါကြောင့်ဒီကနေ့ကမ္ဘာမှာဖြစ်ပွားနေတဲ့စစ်ပွဲတွေဟာတောင်းတလည်းရှိတဲ့ဘီးပုံတွေကိုလောင်စာများကိုထပ်မှန်ပြီးဖြည့်သွင်းနေသလိုဖြစ်နေပါတယ်တဏှာလောဘအစွန်းရောက်သူတို့ဟာမီးပုံတွေကိုလောင်စာထည့်သူများဖြစ်ကြပါတယ်ဒေါသအာဃာတအစွန်းရောက်သူတို့ဟာလည်းဒီကမ္ဘာလောကကြီးကိုမီးရှို့သူများဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဒီနိယာမသဘောဟာလူမျိုးဘာသာမျိုးလူသားတိုင်းမှာရှိနေကြပါတယ်သူဖြစ်တဲ့အတွက်ကြောင့်မြည်သည့်တိုင်းပြည်မြည်သည့်လူမျိုးမဆိုလောဘဆိုတဲ့အစွန်းတစ်ဖက်နဲ့ဒေါသဆိုတဲ့အခြားအစွန်းတစ်ဖက်စတဲ့အစွန်းတစ်ဖက်ကိုလွတ်အောင်ရှောင်ပြီးမြစ်စိမပြိပရာအလယ်လမ်းကိုရှောင်လန်းနိုင်ဖို့အတွက်အလွန်ပဲအရေးကြီးလာပါတယ်ကမ္ဘာတော်မှာရှိတဲ့ဘာသာရေးခေါင်းဆောင်များအမျိုးသားရေးခေါင်းဆောင်များနိုင်ငံရေးခေါင်းဆောင်အားလုံးတို့ကလူသားအားလုံးကိုအစွန်းနှစ်ဖက်ကနေပြီးတော့လွတ်အောင်ရှောင်ရမ်းတယ်အလယ်လမ်းကိုရှောင်လန်းကြဖို့ဝိုင်းဝန်းတိုက်တွန်းနှိုးဆော်မှုပြုလက်အတူတကွ ကျိုးပန်းအားထုတ်ကြဖို့ပြောကြားလိုပါတယ်အလယ်လန်းဆိုတာသီလသမာဓိပညာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ကိုယ်ွယ်မှုဘာသာတရားတိုင်းကကိုယ်နှုံနှစ်ပါးပြည့်မှုမကျွလွန်အောင်ထိမ့်သိမ့်ကြဖို့ဆုံးမလမ်းညွှန်တယ်လို့တပည့်တော်ယုံကြည်ပါတယ်ကိုယ်ွယ်မှုဘာသာတိုင်းကိုတည်ထောင်ခဲ့ကြတဲ့ဘာသာရေးခေါင်းဆောင်အားလုံးတို့ကလည်းအစွန်းနှစ်ဘက်ကိုလွတ်အောင်ရှောင်ပြီးစိတ်ရဲ့တည်ငြိမ်ခြင်းကိုတည်ဆောက်ကြဖို့ဆုံးမလမ်းညွှန်တော်မူကြတယ်လို့တပည့်တော်ယုံကြည်ပါတယ်ဒါ့အပြင်အရှိတရားနဲ့အမှန်တရားကိုဖော်ထုတ်ပြီးရိုးသားစွာသိမြင်နိုင်မှသာပြဿနာအလုံးရဲ့အဖြေကိုရရှိဖြေရှင်းနိုင်လိမ့်မယ်ဟိုတဲ့သစ္စာတရားကိုကြည်မြတ်တဲ့ပညာဖြင့်ဟောကြားညွှန်ပြတယ်ဆိုတော့တပည့်တော်ယုံကြည်ပါတယ်ဘာသာတရားတိုင်းကဆုံးမညွှန်ပြတဲ့အစွန်းနှစ်ပါးကိုလွတ်အောင်ရှောင်ခြင်းအလယ်အလတ်လမ်းစဉ်ပေါ်မှာရှောင်လန်းခြင်းကိုလူသားတူချင်းကနေစပြီးလူသားအလုံးထိကျင့်သုံးကြပါလေတူချင်းစီရဲ့ငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးမှတစ်ကမ္ဘာလုံးငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးအထိဆောင်ရွက်နိုင်မယ်လို့ယုံကြည်မျှော်လင့်မိပါတယ်1954ခုနှစ်ဇွန်လမှာတရုတ်ဝန်ကြီးချုပ်ဟောင်းချွန်လိုင်းအိန္ဒိယဝန်ကြီးချုပ်ဟောင်းဂျဝဟ်နေရူနဲ့မြန်မာဝန်ကြီးချုပ်ဟောင်းဦးနုတို့ဟာအပြန်အလှန်ချစ်ကြည်လေးစားမှုအတွက်တန်တမာရေးရာစံနှုန်းများတိဆောက်ဖို့ငြိမ်းချမ်းစွာအတူရှင်တွဲနေထိုင်ရေးမူကြီး၅ချက်ကိုလက်မှတ်ရေးထိုးကြပါတယ်အဲ့ဒီနောက်မှာအဆိုပါမူကြီး၅ချက်ဟာကမ္ဘာကုလသမဂ္ဂအထွေထွေညီလာခံနဲ့အရေးပါတဲ့ကမ္ဘာအဖွဲ့အစည်းများရဲ့ကြီးညာချက်များမှာအထူးအချက်များဖြင့်ပါဝင်လာခဲ့ကြပါတယ်ဒီမူကြီး၅ချက်မှာတနိုင်ငံနဲ့တနိုင်ငံအချုပ်အခြာအာဏာနဲ့နယ်မြေဒေသအပိုင်းအခြားကိုအပြန်အလှန်လေးစားရေးအပြန်အလှန်ဒေါသအာဃာတကင်းစင်ရေးတနိုင်ငံနဲ့တနိုင်ငံရဲ့ပြည်တွင်းရေးကိစ္စများမှာအပြန်အလှန်ဆွတ်ဖက်မှုမရှိစေနှစ်ဖက်အကျိုးစီးပွားအတွက်ညီညွတ်စွာပူးပေါင်းဆောင်ရွက်ရေးငြိမ်းချမ်းစွာအတူရှင်တွဲနေထိုင်ရေးတို့ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာဝင်တူရဲ့ရှုထောင့်မှကြည့်မယ်ဆိုရင်ဒီမူကြီး၅ချက်ဟာဗုဒ္ဓမြတ်စွာဘုရားဟောကြားတော်မူတဲ့ဗျာဒိတ်တရား၄ပါးမှာပါဝင်လျက်ရှိပါတယ်မဟာကရုဏာတော်ရှင်ဗုဒ္ဓမြတ်စွာဘုရားရဲ့လူသားအလုံးနဲ့သက်ဆိုင်တဲ့သတင်းစကားများဟာလူသားအလုံးလူမှုဒုက္ခအနှောင့်အဖွဲ့တွေကကင်းလို့ရေးအတွက်မိဂုံးထုတ်ဖွယ်မလိုတော့အောင်ပင်စောင့်ဆောင်ထားနိုင်သလိုပဲလူသားတိုင်းချမ်းမြေ့ပျော်ရွှင်စွာနေနိုင်တဲ့အေးချမ်းဖွံ့ဖြိုးတဲ့လူလောကကြီးကိုရောက်ရှိအောင်စောင့်ဆောင်ပေးနိုင်ပါတယ်ဒီဗုဒ္ဓဘာသာညီလာခံကြီးဟာစစ်ပွဲနဲ့အကြမ်းဖက်မှုများအဆုံးသတ်စေရန်အထောက်ကျိုးပမ်းရာမှာအထောက်အပံ့တစ်ခုဖြစ်ပြီးလူသားတို့ရဲ့လောကငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးနဲ့တကူရေးငြိမ်းချမ်းရေးနှစ်မျိုးစလုံးအတွက်ထိရောက်မှုဖြစ်မယ်လို့ယုံကြည်ပါတယ်ဒီမင်္ဂလာအခါသမယမှာယခုကျင်းပတဲ့ညီလာခံကြီးအတွက်အောင်မြင်ပြည့်မြောက်အောင်ဝိုင်းဝန်းဆောင်ရွက်ကြတဲ့ပုဂ္ဂိုလ်များတက်ရောက်ကြသူများအားလုံးလေးစားစွာဆန္ဒပြုဆုတောင်းအပ်ပါတယ်တတ္တဝါမှန်သမျှချမ်းမြေ့တာယာမှုရှိကြပါစေ
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We are forever grateful to you for grazing education and for your wonderful special address. His Excellency has kindly and rightly pointed out the crucial roles of religions in peacemaking. And His Excellency has also pointed out the essential role of the Brahma-Vihara teaching in peacemaking and in building harmony among the diversity. His Excellency has also a warning about the danger of hate speech, fueling hatred and war and conflict in the world. From individual peace to world peace is what His Excellency has also emphasized. Finally, His Excellency draw attention to the point that the 5 policies of peaceful existence, now adopted as the UN policies, originated from three countries, China, India, and Myanmar, in 1954. Thank you, Your Excellency. Now, I would like to respectfully Most Venerable Chairman Sayadaw, Abhidhamma Maratha Guru, the Most Venerable Professor Kumara Piwamsa, to deliver his speech. Actually, his speech to
Good morning, all. So, on behalf of Dr. Kumara Piwansa, Chairman Sayadaw, Committee, Public of the Union of Myanmar, read out the congratulatory message to Kumara Piwansa. My homage to Pajam, esteemed the President of the Conference, distinguished delegates and guests, Dharma brothers and sisters, it is my pleasure and honor to make a congratulatory message to the significant conference of the State Sangha Mahanayaka Committee and all the members of the Sangha Order in the Republic of all of the scholars and participants coming from different religious traditions of the world. Good health and happiness fall on all the guests and the participants who come to attend the World Buddhist Peace Conference, sponsored and organized by the Most Venerable Sidiku Sayadaw, Dr. Ashin Nyane Sara, and ID Chancellor of the three Buddhist universities, Sagai, Mandalay, and Yangon, and also the ID Dharma preacher, as well as the exemplary altruists in welfare works of the country. I feel assured that the aim of the Buddhist Conference, working toward a global peace, will be fully achieved, as I truly see all the delegates and participants in spirit of unity are making great effort for that purpose. In reality, Buddhist teachings are mainly founded on the basis of moral precept, sila, concentration, samadhi, and wisdom, panya. Out of that, sila plays the fundamental role, and ahimsa, non-violence, and metta, arising out of it, platonic love, or loving kindness, or benevolence and fellow feeling for the welfare of all beings are mostly included in it. As for me, it is firmly believed that so long as we all pragmatically and empirically follow the interested teachings of the Sakyamuni Gautama Buddha, the world we live in will surely become peaceful and prosperous. As instructed in the Mahaparinirvana Sutta, if the Sangha order meets frequently to work together, the sadhana there is always prospect for success. This world Buddhist Peace Conference should discuss and draw reliable plans on how to contribute to the global peace and prosperity for humanity through Buddhism. All Buddhists also should actively participate in this noble task and unanimous endeavor. May I extend my best wishes to all the participants for the success of this auspicious conference. May all beings be well and happy. Thank you for your kind attention.
Thank you, Professor Tansen. Your Holiness, the Most Venerable Chairman Sayadaw, we are ever indebted to you for your kindness, indeed, for gracing this occasion. Now, I would like to request the Venerable Professor Dr. Ashin Sekenda to deliver the message from the Most Venerable Patriarch Sayadaw of the Shuijin Nikaya. Shuijin Nikaya is the second largest Nikaya of the Myanmar Sangha, and the Most Venerable Patriarch is 98 years old and is unable to be with us in person here, but his message will be delivered by the Venerable Professor Dr. Shin Sekenda. Venerable Sir.
Most Venerable Sayadaw, Chairman Sayadaw, the State Sangha Mahanayaka Committee, the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, the President of the World Buddhist Peace Conference, His Excellency, the most venerable religious leaders, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to express the feelings of the thankfulness for having this opportunity to read the words of the Concile delivered by the most venerable Abhidhamma Maharata Guru, Jayamedani Wazo Sayadaw Ji Mahathera, 14th Supreme Patriarch of the Shuijin Nikaya, Buddhist sect, members of the State Sangha Presiding Council, New Maha Visuddharama Monastery, Mandalay. Dear Dhamma friends, allow me at the outset to extend my warm greetings to all of you gathered at this great conference. Today, I would like to introduce to you the essence of the ultimate truth, which is one of the three divisions of the Buddhist canon. And Abhidhamma, the Buddha said, every living being or thing is composed of the corporeality and mentality, whereas the latter takes a leading role. Mind is said to be the forerunner of every action. All living beings are led by the mind. Because of the volitional activities, consciousness arises. The consciousness, mind and matter arise. Mind by greed, by hatred, by ignorance, and by the self-idea. It produces unwholesome actions, thus making the world stained with the heinous sins, while the purified mind, free from unwholesome states, generate wholesome actions, which make the world peaceful. This is a natural law. The mind defined by an extreme greed makes one desirous of taking others' properties, illegally and unlawfully, while the mind filled with extreme anger, animosity, conceit, ignorance, and self-idea will bring about conflicts, chaos, and fighting. These are the leading factors that pose a threat to world peace and stability. At this most critical juncture, the only remedy for this global concern is nothing but take a middle path, which is free from all extremes. I would therefore like to make my honest appeal to all Dhamma friends here at this august gathering to walk on the middle path for world peace and stability. The Buddha said that human mind bears a resemblance to an artist. The artist has a capacity to depict different types of the pictures, scenery and designs, beautiful or ugly, pleasant or unpleasant. So, according to the Buddha's teachings, humans are artists. I wish, therefore, like to conclude by urging that political leaders, religious leaders, social leaders, with loving kindness, with compassion, with a sympathetic joy, and with wisdom in mind, to make, to create, to paint a beautiful pictures of the world so that it will become a better place to live in. May you all enjoy individual peace and happiness. May you all be good citizens to make your own country peaceful. May you all cultivate the trustworthiness which can eradicate the doubts among each other and develop the wisdom which can remove misunderstanding, the cause of the conflict, the cause of the chaos, and the cause of the fighting. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Venerable Professor Dr. Ashin Sekinda, for delivering the message of the Supreme Patriarch of the Shuijin Nikaya, who is 100 years old. I beg your pardon, I mentioned 98 years old. Next, we are going to listen to the Most Venerable Rector Sayadaw of this university, as well as ITBMU International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University in Yangon, the Most Venerable Professor Dr. Nandamala Biwangsa. I would like to respectfully request the Most Venerable Rector Sayadaw to deliver his special address. Microphone, look.
The most venerable chairman, Sayadaw of the State Sangha Mahanayaka Committee, the most venerable chancellor of the Sirigu International Buddhist Academies. The Venerable members of Sangha, Your Excellency, President of Myanmar, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, this is congratulatory message from me. Present situation in the world is full of disturbances, and people and animals live in fear. Fear of losing what they want. Fear of not having what they want. The world can only survive, and this fear is removed from the mind only if peace is reinstalled. Here, I quote some definition of peace given by some great personages. Peace is a daily, weekly, monthly process, gradually changing opinions, slowly eroding old barriers, quietly building new structures. By John F. Kennedy. Peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding over a state. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Martin Luther King. Hatred cannot be conquered by hatred. It can only be conquered by love. The Lord Buddha. From these quotations, I would like to define peace as a state free from mental defilements. The word peaceful can be used to modify place as well as mind. A peaceful place or peaceful mind. A peaceful place conditions a peaceful mind and vice versa. Nevertheless, a place is peaceful only if the minds of inhabitants are peaceful. And peaceful mind creates peaceful atmosphere around it. They condition each other. However, the starting point is our mind, since we cannot possibly demand the world to be peaceful unless we start with our peaceful mind. The roots of all kinds of disturbances are unwholesome actions, either mental and physical. The roots of those unwholesome actions are avijja, ignorance, and tanha, craving. Sometimes unwholesome actions are done since they are not recognized as unwholesome, and sometimes they are done since they are very attractive to people. With the lead of avijja and tanha, people go round and round in the circle of dukkha. These rules can be cut out with wisdom. One needs to construct penetrative wisdom. Satipatthana practice, that is the four foundations of mindfulness, is peaceful to weaken the rules so that one can cut off them completely Mindfulness helps wisdom, developed and later weakens and destroys ignorance and craving. Therefore, peace, which is free from all any physical and mental disturbances, can be brought about through wisdom, seeing things objectively without putting away label on them. When a man puts a label on a certain thing, identifying it mine or his or hers, he develops a self-centered attitude. With this attitude, he acts in favor of himself, and consequently, at certain times, he loses good qualities of mind, such as kindness and sympathy. Unkind treatments on other people's animals around him become great disturbances for peace and the society where he lives. On the other hand, kindness spread from one's mind creates and promotes peace in the society. Therefore, here we may note that a man of kindness and wisdom is a man who creates peace in the world. The world can possibly have a true peace only when the four Brahma-vihara, noble burden, metta, loving kindness, karuna, compassion, mudita, appreciative joy, upekha, equanimity of mind, are present in mind. Without the Brahma-viharas, one's mind is disturbed and his disturbances spread all like highly contagious disease. With these Brahma-viharas, one avoids harmful treatments on others, while one becomes helpful to them. In fact, the practice of Brahma-vihara is seeing others equal to oneself. It is a practice of treatment putting on others as one treats himself. One may imagine how the world is peaceful if everyone in the world possesses this quality of the mind. There are people whose mind cannot be disturbed. Peace is necessary quality of their mind. They are called, in Buddhist terminology, arahant or enlightened one. Their enlightenment is the result of their experience of nirvana, which is the ultimate peace. This experience of ultimate peace conditions the mind of the enlightened one to be peaceful. And consequently, whoever encounters with them feels peace. However, if the mind of a person was disturbed by things and people around him, it would be difficult for him to walk on the path to the ultimate peace. Therefore, we must first create the peaceful world around us. In order to do so, we must begin with constructing peace in our mind. At the beginning, we cultivate peace in our mind, although it may not be strong enough. But gradually, we can develop it until it is strong enough to spread around and create a peaceful world. In this peaceful world, we live happily and peacefully, and we strive for the ultimate peace, which nothing can disturb again. This is the goal, the path of the Dharma is leading. We need to walk on the path. The Buddha taught, Dhammo suchaino sukha mavedi. Where practice Dhamma brings happiness. I believe the World Buddhist Peace Conference will surely be helpful in the construction of peace in the world. We meet, discuss, share our knowledge, experience, and opinions. We are to work together for the same goal, peace. Thank you very much.
We are most grateful to you, the most venerable Rector Sayadaw, for delivering your speech. The most venerable Mahasangha, ladies and gentlemen, participants, the most venerable Rector Sayadaw is one of the most respected and learned Buddhist scholars in this country. He is known for making easy the Abhidhamma teaching of the Buddha. Today, he has emphasized the crucial role of mind training in detail in peacemaking. Thank you. Next, we are going to have messages from Prime Ministers, Deputy Prime Ministers, Ambassadors, and different faiths. First, I would like to call on Mr. Ashok Parua from Bangladesh to present the message of the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina. Mr. Parua.
Thank you, Excellency. Your Holinesses, Your Excellency, the Honorable President of Myanmar, most venerable monks, respected nuns, honorable distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, very good morning and greetings from Bangladesh. This is Ashok Barua, General Secretary of Bangladesh Buddhist Federation. It is my honor and great privilege to carry and to present the congratulatory message of our Honorable Prime Minister, Her Excellency Sheikh Hasina, the daughter of our father of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Message. I am happy to learn that the World Peace Buddhist Conference will take place in Myanmar on 22nd January 2016. I am also delighted to know that many participants from different countries, including Bangladesh, will participate in the great event to be held at Sayadaw International Buddhist Academy in Myanmar. I extend my warm greetings and felicitations to the participants, organizers, as well as the friendly people of neighboring Myanmar. The conference, I believe, has a great significance to contribute much to the establishment of peace and solidarity among all people of the participating countries as well as the world as a whole. Both Bangladesh and Myanmar have a legacy in carrying Buddha's teaching during the lifetime of Buddha. I wish the program a grand success. Joy Bangla, Joy Bangabandhu, may Bangladesh live forever. Sheikh Hasina, Prime Minister, Government of the People's Republic of Bangladesh, 22nd January 2016. That's all. Many thanks indeed to the Sayadaw for giving me the opportunity, and thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you, Mr. Parua, for delivering the message from the Prime Minister of Bangladesh. Next, I would like to call on the former Excellency, Mr. Jagannath Khanna, Your Excellency.
Most respected Mahasangha, most venerable Chairman Sayadaw, Dr. Kumar Bhimamsa, most venerable Dr. Asin Nyanishara, His Excellency U Ten Sen, President of the Union of Myanmar, distinguished delegates to the World Peace Buddhist Conference from different countries, ladies and gentlemen. It was a matter of great pleasure for me to have invitation from Venerable Dr. Asin Nyanishara, Chancellor of Shiva, and Venerable Dr. Dhammaswami, Academic Coordinator of Shiva, to participate in this World Peace Buddhist Conference. First of all, I would like to extend my deepest thanks to the organizer for inviting me to this great event. The moment I received the invitation, I decided to participate in the conference for several important reasons, of which two reasons attracted my interest. Firstly, this was a World Peace Conference to deliberate on Buddhist philosophy about peace, and secondly, Myanmar is a country with which Nepal maintains a very deeply rooted emotional ties, because Myanmar is a Buddhist nation and a Buddha was born in Nepal. And Myanmar is also a country where many Nepalese have chosen to live in. It means that we have very close cultural affinity along with religious tie. As you are aware, Nepal and the Nepalese people give great importance to the relation between Nepal and Myanmar. The Buddhist temple constructed by Myanmar in the Lumbini, the birthplace of Lord Buddha, is symbolic of our deeply entrenched affinity. The situation of war and belligerency between nations is sharply declined in the world over the last some years. The international order is fairly stable and peaceful. The situation of the ideological war, which was described in the past by Cold War, is no longer a threat to the international peace. However, conflict within the nation among people of different social and religious origins, caste and race, as well as regions, are becoming problems to the stability, tranquility, and social cohesion in all societies. The teachings of Buddha at this juncture are becoming need of the time. Nobody can contest that the principle of karuna is the only way to get rid of such conflicts. Buddha taught us that the source of problem lies within ourselves. The unlimited desire within us pushes us to the way of suffering. Desire generates swartha, the attitude of selfness. Buddha taught to concentrate on pararatha. Only being concerned with others' welfare, we can get rid of our vested interest. And to attain a state pararatha, we need to ignite karuna within us. Conflict that are taking lives of many people in the world today thus cannot be addressed until we surrender to the principle of karuna and panchashila. The Buddhist teachings are omnipotent and will remain omnipotent until human race exists in the world. My country is graced by a fortune of having Lord Buddha born and grown up. His life and daring steps taken for the search of truth is an example to every human being. I solemnly believe that a human being who learned from Buddhist teaching may convert himself and herself into a good human being or harmless human being. I have no doubt that the Nepalese people, if one has adopted Buddhism as his or her religious faith or not, is enduredly and infallibly influenced by the Buddhism. What we have learned over the past many centuries, that there is no alternative to living with harmony and a perfect social cohesion. This belief or faith is well reflected on our success to transform a bloody conflict that took lives of many innocent people from 1996 to 2006 into a lasting peace in Nepal. The teaching of Buddha are ingrained into our cultural patterns and way of thinking, which indeed provided an inspiration and courage to negotiate peace in making our new constitution, which is, as we claim without any hesitation, one of the best constitutions in the world with success to promulgate the new constitution. We, the Nepalese, have been able to bring the deadly conflict to a complete end, and we are assured what we have done is that such conflict is only history now in our country. With the new constitution made by a popularly elected Constituent Assembly, Nepal has embarked into a mission of building a new nation where people can have their economic prosperity and social cohesion fully enjoyed. We do have challenges and difficulties. Even we are facing a blockade in our southern border, but we have been applying the Buddhist teaching of tolerance and persuasion to solve the problems. We have to remove our backwardness and underdevelopment. We have to build a new Nepal where the people of different social and genetic origins and religious faith, people of varying cultural perspectives, and people living varying geographical regions can live in a state of perfect brotherhood and sisterhood. We are declared to develop Lumbini as a sanctuary of peace. With no doubt, we are committed to work towards achievements of this goal. We are therefore actively discoursing what kinds of plans we need to implement so that we can make Lumbini a place of destination of every human individual. Over the last some years, a number of projects have been taken place, and Lumbini is gradually and relentlessly transforming into a place of meditation, research on Buddhism, learning about teachings of Buddha, and place of endless advocating for peace in Nepal and peace in the world. Developing Lumbini as a place of devotional pilgrimage and sanctuary of peace is a high priority of the government of Nepal as well as segments of Nepalese population. Probably you must be aware that with that objective, Nepal has established Lumbini Buddha University with added emphasis on research and study about Buddhism. We understand that Buddhism is a religion, a science, mostly a pragmatic way of life that believes in harmony among people and social cohesion. The university wants to invite Buddhist gurus, devotees, and intellectuals to come to Nepal and engage in research and study on multiple aspects of Buddhism and Buddhist philosophy about life. Ladies and gentlemen, the collaboration between Lumbini University and Chicago International Buddhist Academy can help a lot in achieving the goal. Last but the least, the government is keen to develop a Buddhist pilgrimage circuit by connecting Lumbini with Bodh Gaya, where Buddha obtained nirvana, Saranath, where Buddha obtained liberation from life, and many other places of Nepal and India, which are so important for understanding the history of Buddhism and Buddha himself. At the juncture, I would call upon the conference delegates to help us organizing similar conferences in Lumbini and popularize the birthplace of Lord Buddha. I would like to extend my deepest thanks once again for inviting me in this great conference and giving me a chance to address you. I wish a grand success of this conference. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. Mr. Jagannath Khanna, former Prime Minister of Nepal. Thank you for your enlightening speech and for sharing your experience in ending the conflict in your country. Our hearts, including the hearts of those in this conference, are with you and your people when your country was hit with the disaster, the earthquake recently. Thank you once again for sharing also the good news about the Buddhist University in Lumbini, a positive message we all noticed. Thank you, Your Excellency. Next, I would like to call on Her Excellency, the former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, Kun Ing Sutharat, to deliver her speech.
กราบนมัสการ Most Venerable Sitaku Sayadaw Dr. Asin Yanisara Chancellors of Sitaku International Buddhist Academy Venerable Mahasangha His Excellency Teng Seng President of the Unions of Myanmar Your Excellency, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. First of all, on behalf of Gandharan Buddhist exhibition across ASEAN countries, I would like to express our sincere thanks to Most Venerable Sitaku Sayadaw and His Excellency Teng Seng for invitation to hold the first Gandharan exhibition in ASEAN at Sitaku International Buddhist Academy. Many scholars, grateful for example, the International Conference of Priests, and whereas many Buddhist students are trained to propagate the teachings of Buddha around the world. In this assembly, I would like to brief about the Gandharan Buddhist manuscripts which are brought to be exhibited here in front of His Excellency President Teng Seng now. About 20 years ago, the Skoyen collections are owned by Dr. Martin Skoyen, the well-known collector in all over the world. He living in Norway. Skoyen collections received the Buddhist manuscripts in Gandharan, presently in Afghanistan. The local people took refuge from the Taliban forces in the cave near the Babiyan Valley in Afghanistan, where an old library may have been situated, possibly hidden. The manuscripts are mostly in fragments, probably damaged already in the late 7th and the early 8th century. According to the information from the manuscripts dearer, we know that many manuscripts were further damaged when Taliban forces blew up the stone statues of the Buddha. So local people tried to save the manuscript from the Taliban has been chased by them. When they carrying the manuscript through the Hindu Kush to the northern of the Khyber Pass, the rescue operation was for the most part a success. In 1987, scholarly by Professor Jan Baravik Law got permission from Dr. Martin Skoyen to edit the fragments which are in Brahmi, as well as Kharosthi script, dating the Brahmi fragment on the basis of pyrographic graphical analysis to the period between the 1st and the 7th century AD. Apart from editing Gandharan Buddhist manuscripts, research publications were made, and now is run to the His Excellency President Thein Sein, Venerable Mahasangha, Excellency, ladies and gentlemen. As you may know that the years of 2015 is as the ASEAN Community years. In order to let 150 million Buddhists to view Gandharan's Buddhist manuscripts exhibition, Thai Mahasangha Councils has approved and assigned to Most Venerable Prapom Masit and Patep Pothivite. Prapom Masit, Venerable Prapom Masit, is members of the Great Mahasangha Councils of Thailand and the presidents of the overseas Thai missionary officers. We are carrying on this noble activity, and we want to let you know that Myanmar is the first country in ASEAN to hold this manuscript exhibition. This is also to invoke blessings upon His Majesty, the King and the Queen of Thailand. Exhibition will be over in May after completing tour to 10 nations in ASEAN. And we are very glad that Myanmar is the first country that the exhibition of manuscript in ASEAN. So I would like to thank you once again to His Excellency President Thein Sein and Most Venerable Sitaku Sayadaw Dr. Ashin Yanisara to giving the great opportunity to us. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency Kun Ing Sutharat, the former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand. As Her Excellency has already mentioned, in front of the Most Venerable Chairman Sayadaw and His Excellency is the photo of the manuscript, the rare manuscript from Gandhara, that is Pakistan, Afghanistan. This is mainly from Afghanistan, a rare manuscript. And I myself have had the privilege of listening to lectures on this manuscript at Oxford, delivered by Professor Richard Solomon, and also at London University by Professor Lance Carson. And we do have exhibition outside, just in the corridor of this conference hall. And you can view the exhibition at your leisure tomorrow and also today afternoon. Once again, I would like to thank Her Excellency Kun Ing Sutharat for bringing the Gandhara manuscript. She is not here as a politician, but as a lover and leader of Buddhism who preserves and promotes the Buddhist heritage. And she is taking these treasures to all the ASEAN countries. Thank you for bringing this to Myanmar first. Thank you. Now, I would like to invite the Most Venerable Professor Dr. Dhammaphiya to present the message from the United Nations Office of Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator in Myanmar. Venerable Sir.
The most venerable Sangamanaka Okata Sayadaw, the most Sidagu Adipti Sayadaw, the most rector of the Theravada Buddhist International Theravada Buddhist Missionary, and the venerable Sanghas, Your Excellency, President of Union of Myanmar, scholars and delegates, distinguished guests, and then ladies and gentlemen. This message is presented by United Nations Office of Resident and Humanitarian Coordinator, Yangon, Union of Myanmar. Venerable Dr. Ashenya Nisara, Chancellor of Sidagu International Buddhist Academy, Honorary Professor of International Theravada Buddhist Missionary University, Chairman of International Association of the Theravada Buddhist Universities, Chairman of the Board of Directors, TTSA. Venerable Sayadaw, on behalf of the United Nations family in Myanmar, I wish to extend you my warmest appreciation for your kind invitation to the World Buddhist Peace Conference with the participants from all over the world to be held at the Sidagu International Buddhist Academy in the Sky Hills from the 22nd to 24th January 2016. I am very much honored to be invited to present the congratulatory message in person at the opening session. However, as I have made earlier commitments during these dates, I will, as kindly suggested by you, send by message of congratulations, and I will have my representative convey this message at this meeting. I am aware of the great efforts you have put into promoting peace in Myanmar and the world over. This peace conference will be one of many remarkable efforts in bringing peace and loving kindness, metta, to the people all over the world. My senior advisor and the head of peace support units, Dr. Susu Datong, will facilitate the liaison with your office. I take this opportunity to extend to you my most cordial greetings for the new year and the assurance of my highest consideration. Sincerely, Renata Luke Tesselian, UN Residence of Humanitarian Coordinator, and the UNDP President Representative. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Venerable Professor Dr. Tamapia of ITBMU Yangon for delivering the message. Next, I would like to call on my senior colleague, who is here with me, the Venerable Dr. Pra Sakya Wong Wisut. This is how he's known by the title in Thailand, his title in Thailand. Originally, he's from Nepal, and he was educated in England, including at Cambridge University. And until recently, he has served as Deputy Rector for Foreign Affairs of Mahamudra Buddhist University in Thailand. He is going to present a message from the Ambassador of the European Union to Myanmar, His Excellency Roland Kopier. Venerable Sir.
message from His Excellency Roland Kurbia, Ambassador of the European Union to Myanmar. Your Excellency, President U Thein Sein, Venerable Dr. Ashin Yanisara, esteemed member of the Sangha, honorable religious leaders from all faiths, dear friends from all communities and countries. As Ambassador of the European Union to Myanmar, representing a community of over 500 million people in 28 countries, living and working together, I am truly honored that you thought of giving the European Union a voice in this important event. Due to previously agreed engagements, I regretfully cannot attend in person, but I am with you in spirits. Please allow me to send you this European message of peace, tolerance, hope, and goodwill. This conference is taking place in a country in rapid and deep development on many fronts. Myanmar is catching the interest of the entire world. All eyes are on this country, and many admire what is going on at the political level. Myanmar is currently taking quick steps towards a much-needed nationwide peace. It has set ambitious goals for the eradication of poverty and the creation of an inclusive society based on new premises. This brings challenges, it is true, but it also brings tremendous opportunities for a better future. As Europeans, we are very well placed to understand Myanmar, as we share many similarities in terms of our historical, political, and economic experiences and complexities. In Europe, just like in Myanmar, we have many languages, many ethnic groups, many artificial divisions, many people who think differently from each other. We also have several religions coexisting. Europeans also know what conflict is and what divisions are, what limiting oneself to a single identity can bring. In our own history, hatred towards minorities repeatedly led to a religious persecution and eventual catastrophe. Embodied in 2 world wars and 1 genocide, Europeans know from their own bitter experience and mistakes that lasting peace and prosperity cannot be reached without the development of peace, tolerance, and togetherness. To overcome this negative spiral, we have decided to transform confrontation into cooperation. We have decided to move from bitterness to betterness. It is not easy, but it can be done. We have learned that protecting human life and dignity is and will always remain work in progress. We know that the honor and strength of a person is tested when he has power over someone else, and in the way he uses that position. Together, we must continue to fight dark forces, spreading hate speech and making vulnerable groups scapegoats for society's wider and deeper shortcomings. Myanmar is a Buddhist country. Buddhism is seen and praised around the world as a beautiful religion of peace, compassion, and tolerance. As Buddhist leaders in Myanmar and representatives of other confessions around the world, because of the high respect people have in their spiritual leaders, you have a crucial role to play to spread the teachings of the tolerance and peace, whilst encouraging a better understanding of other religions. As Europeans, and with our partners from the international community, we are willing to join hands with you for the promotion of interfaith dialogue and mutual respect between religions, peoples, and civilizations. Buddha said that the world is blind and rare are those who see. he was completely right. But we have to learn from this wisdom and open our eyes to try and see clearer and prevent what the future should not bring. With these words, I wish you a successful and fruitful conference for the benefit of all people of Myanmar and beyond, for this generation and next ones. May you all be blessed. Roland Kerbia, Ambassador of the European Union. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable Sir, for delivering the message of the EU Ambassador to Myanmar. The next message is from the Ambassador of the United States of America, His Excellency Derek Mitchell. And I've been given the honor to present his message to this conference. Ambassador of the United States of America, Yangon, January 21st, 2016. Sayadaw International Buddhist Academy, Sky Hills, Sakai. I would like to thank the Sayadaw International Buddhist Association for giving me the opportunity to offer words of support for this event. I regret not being able to attend in person. I would like to extend my specific congratulations to my good friend, the Venerable Ashin Nyanisra, for the World Buddhist Peace Conference and for inviting such a wide array of religious and political leaders, diplomats and civil society figures to celebrate peace and national reconciliation. The work of Ashin Nyanisra's academies to provide educational opportunities and charitable donations to those in need offer a valuable lessons in generosity that should inspire us all. Myanmar is at a unique moment in its history. Last November election created hope of a new beginning in this country. But we all know it will not be easy. Among questions of peace, development, justice, security, and human rights, there lies a much more fundamental question at the heart of all this: identity. What should this identity of this new Myanmar be? And how will the people of this country think about their identity as individuals and communities going forward? There's the value of conferences like this one to bring together people from all sectors, regions, ethnicities, races, and religions to spotlight what unites people rather than divides them. This country, as much as any other, knows the cause of division and mutual mistrust. It has been at the root of this country's conflict, underdevelopment, and insecurity for decades. In the United States, we also have cause to fear and division according to race, ethnicity, or religion. But we have also witnessed even more voices, perhaps not as loud, but vastly more numerous, who reject that vision and recognize that America's strength is in its diversity and in unity represented in our creed. I quote, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one. End quote. Whenever we have deviated from that idea, we have suffered as a country. And we have embraced it, we have prospered. Myanmar is grounded in a core Buddhist value that embraces not a path of extremes, but a middle path. This mindset, which is at the heart of all religions, is why this country has a reputation for generosity and spirituality, metta and karuna. In a dangerous world, these values will ultimately make this country more united and thus more secure and peaceful. Any society that is at peace with itself, that ensures everyone is respected and treated with equal dignity and respect, will ultimately be a safe, secure, and prosperous one. Earlier this week, the United States celebrated the birthday of Martin Luther King, an American hero. Martin Luther King was not a hero because he fought in war or on behalf of one people, one faith, or one race over another. He was an American hero because he fought for peace, justice, and unity for all in my country. And as President Obama recently noted, because he, Martin Luther King, changed America through a combination of, I quote, unarmed truth and unconditional love, end quote. The United States continue to work towards realizing Dr. King's dream of unity amid diversity, where people are not judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their characters. I'm confident Myanmar will also continue to take on this difficult but necessary task, supported by conferences such as this one. So the immense promise of this country can indeed one day be a shining example to the world. Jesu Timbare. Thank you, Derek Mitchell. Now, I would like to call on Venerable Dr. Chandasiri from Citigroup International Buddhist Academy to present the message from the Ambassador of India to Myanmar, Venerable Dr. Chandasiri.
Respected Your Holiness, Sri Sangama Naga Sayadaw, Most Venerable Citigroup Sayadaw, Most Venerable Rector Sayadaw, Dr. Ananda Malabhyansa, and Venerable monks, Your Excellency President Thein Sein, distinguished guests, and ladies and gentlemen. This is the message from Ambassador of India to Myanmar, His Excellency G. Mokho. Message. I'm happy to note that the Citigroup International Buddhist Association has taken initiative of organizing the World Buddhist Peace Conference on January 22nd to 24th, 2016 in Sagaing, which would involve participation by scholars from around the world. The occasion is of particular satisfaction to India, given the deep-rooted civilizational, cultural, and religious tie that we share with Myanmar. The noble Gurma Buddha taught peace and compassion, bestowed wisdom, and taught us the manner of achieving enlightenment by overcoming desire and attachment, all which were distilled from his personal experience. Both countries since then have supported and cooperated with each other for mutual benefit, given the troubled times and the misuse of religion for causes other than the lofty ideas that they intended to disseminate. I have no doubt such peace conferences will contribute to underlining the primary purpose of religion, which is to foster a culture of accommodation, healing, and loving compassion, and bring peace in our midst. I wish the event and the organizers all success. May the Tivika continue to lead us the righteous path, contributing to global and goodwill. Thank you.
Thank you, Venerable Dr. Chandasiri, for presenting the message of Ambassador India to Myanmar. Now, I would like to call on Mr. Chainarong Kirati Yuwong, Deputy Chief Mission, Deputy Chief Thai Mission in Myanmar, to present the message from His Excellency, the Thai Ambassador to Myanmar.
Your Holiness, most venerable and venerable monks, His Excellency U Teng Seng, the President of the Republic of the Union of Myanmar, distinguished participants, scholars, ladies and gentlemen. It's my great honor to deliver the message from His Excellency Mr. Pisanu Suvarnachot, Ambassador of Thailand to Myanmar as follows. Buddhism is a religion of peace and tolerance. It teaches people the way to happiness is to find their inner peace. When people attain a peace of mind, they also have peaceful speech and actions, thus forming the basis of a world at peace. Promoting world peace is at the core of national policy of a Buddhist country like Thailand. We firmly believe that Buddhism can play an important role in achieving a world where people live in harmony. The Buddhist linkage is one of the unique elements that truly makes Thailand's relationship with other Buddhist countries cordial and special. Moreover, over the years, Thailand has been engaging in interfaith dialogues around the world to share Buddhist wisdom of peace and tolerance, and to create better understanding among different faiths. With this conviction, Thailand stands ready to work closely with our friends, including Myanmar, to walk towards the long-lasting peace through Buddhism. As a Buddhist, I'm very pleased to welcome the Sitaku International Buddhist Academy in organizing the World Buddhist Peace Conference. I'm confident that the conference will be a great success and will contribute to our shared vision for world peace as well as the betterment of all humanity. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, we have presented the messages from political leaders and diplomats. Now we have two more speeches from different faiths. First, I would like to call on Reverend So Shui Lin, Secretary General of the Myanmar Council of Churches, to deliver his speech. Reverend So Shui Lin.
The most venerable Sayadaw, Chairman Sayadaw of the State Sangam Mahanayaka Committee of the Myanmar, Abhidasa Maharatha Guru, Professor Dr. Kumara Biwinda, and the most venerable Sayadaw Shinyarisra, and the respected Sayadaws. His Excellencies, our President U Teng Seng, and the Union Ministers and the government officials, distinguished guests, sisters and brothers in faith. I am Reverend So Shui Lin, the General Secretary of the Myanmar Council of Churches, greetings to you in the name of Triune God and also say Mingalaba. It is a great honor and pleasure to be invited to the very, very historic event of the World Peace Buddhist Conference, organized by the Sirigu International Buddhist Academy. I would like to send greetings from all the Christians, brothers and sisters from the Myanmar Council of Churches and also the Catholic Bishop Conference of Myanmar, who are also peace-loving citizens of our country, Myanmar. I would also like to congratulate the most venerable Sirigu Sayadaw for convening such an auspicious conference at this very crucial time for our country, where we are seeing a real hope to attain peace throughout our country. Peace is loved and cherished by everybody irrespective of race, color, or creed, and as such I'm happy to participate with my Buddhist friends in this conference and hope that it will be a successful one, not only for our country, but also for the world. Thanking each and everyone here who are attending the conference and hope that we will have beneficial research as we discuss and meditate on the peace process which we will try our best to achieve. I personally support to those who have been presented each and every of the messages and the keynote presentations. As Christians, may the peace that passes all understanding be with you all now and forevermore. Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Reverend So Shui Lin. Thank you for your congratulations and for your support. You know that maybe this is the first time after your speech, after a Christian speech, we say Sadhu. We say Sadhu, okay? Usually you say Amen. So this should strengthen peace among us. Next, I would like to call on Dr. Kathleen A., Chairwoman of Hindu Women Organization of Myanmar, to deliver a speech on behalf of the Hindu communities.
Most Venerable Sirigu Sayadaw, Dr. Shinanitra, Your Excellency, President of Myanmar, Ustain Singh, Honorable Respected domestic and international interfaith family members. It is a great pleasure for me to be invited to share on behalf of Hindu Women Association. I would like to greet to you all Namaste Mingalaba. Namaste meaning is I bow to you. So, this is the World Buddhist Peace Conference, and I'm going to share from Hindu point of view about the importance of peace building. First, I will explain the meaning of Hindu. Hindu means those who keep away from the path of violence, away from inflicting injuries on others, help ever, hurt never. Hindu believes in karma, the law and cause of effect by which each individual creates his own destiny by his thoughts, his words, and his ideas. From the beginning, pluralism and tolerance of diversity are built into Hindu theology. The globe has shrunk and now a much smaller place. We can call global village instead of global world. So in this global world, we can see several conflicts, sad news, violence, crimes, and wars in everywhere. We lose our peace day by day. For building simple and peace world, we have to build harmonious society. To build harmonious society, we should change our concept. Here, I want to emphasize on Bhagavad Gita, an ancient Hindu text mentioned about the concept. It is said that the concept is very important in human being. If our concept is right, everything will be right. If our concept is wrong, everything will be wrong. In that case, however we want to change on the superficial way, we will never get peace. Here, I would like to give an example on this conference. We all are here from different backgrounds, ethnicities, religions, countries, and wear different colors, attires. But we all have the same concept that it is we would like to live all religions together and peacefully. Moreover, in Bhagavad Gita scriptures, it is said that the most important for peace in the world is we have to think people as human beings. We have to have empathy to each other. We all are parts and parcel of gods. So if we consider other religions as we all like us, then all the problems will be solved. So this is called empathy. As we all know, empathy is the ability to step into the other's shoes of another person, aiming to understand their feelings, perspectives, and to use that understanding to guide our actions. Here, I would like to mention a quote I have ever read. Treat those around you the way you wanted to be treated. This is also called, we can call empathy. One of the most important factors build peace is totally depends on religious leaders. They have standing and influence in communities. Not only the religious, but also the leaders' voices count and their leadership matters. It is very important that leaders should have got Mahatma Gandhi. Gandhiji had come to be known as the father of India. He didn't have any power to influence people. People followed after him because of his good character and dignity. That is why the most important role of religions in building communities of peace depends on all peacemakers like Mahatma Gandhi. Another important role we would like to mention about the important piece of building is understanding. Albert Einstein's quote about understanding is, peace cannot be kept by force. It can only be achieved by understanding. Here, I just want to give small, I read in Myanmar story that the way the principal gave the understanding to the students. One day, in the students, there are some students, they fight each other and they didn't talk that. So when the principal heard and he went into the classroom and he said that, today is my birthday and then I'm going to celebrate in your classroom. So the students want to be treated this and that. But the principal mentioned that to go and buy the apples from near the bazaar. So the boys went and buy the bazaar, from the bazaar some apples. The apples are different colors, green colors, red colors, and they choose the best one. And when they came back to school, they cut, and while they were cutting, the principal went there. So the principal said that this apple is not good and it is a little bit rotten. Why didn't you throw it and cut it the rotten part? So the students said that, Master, if we have to throw the apple, we have to throw all the apples. That means the master explained that we all are like apples. We have to adjust each other. We have to know our weaknesses and we have to understand each other. So the way the principal gave the education, how to behave each other understanding, the students were very happy. So it is a very good way of educating to the students. Yes, school is a big kind of different background. So there is no doubt that there is a greater need to create a culture. So from my point of view, youth also can do this by changing their attitudes towards to people, tradition, religions, and beliefs. Youth can become the ambassadors of their respective countries, promoting exchange programs in peace and sports and others. So that the 12th American President Franklin D. Roosevelt said that in his speech, he mentioned about that we cannot always build the future of our youth, but we can build our youth for the future. Last, not the least, another role of building in peace is to promote women empowerment. Women are important to the peace-building process. Here, I would like to mention Lebanon Christian philosopher Charles Malik's philosophy about women. He said that the fastest way to change society is to mobilize the women of the world. So, circumstances have changed in modern times and more societies have become receptive to accepting women in leadership positions. They are main caretakers of families. They were affected a lot when there were conflicts, wars, and natural disasters. They had to tolerate all the difficulties too. That's why the American politician Eleanor Roosevelt also gave an idea of women. Women are like tea bags. We don't know our true strength until we are in hot water. I would like to add one thing is, no woman, no peace. Now, I'm going to conclude with the words of prayers in Hindi. Om Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Shantu Niramya, Sarve Bhadrani Pashantu, Makashti Dukhe Bhave Bhavan. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om, may all become happy, may all become free from illness, may all see what is auspicious, let no one suffer. Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you to Kathleen Tay, Chairwoman of Hindu Women. Who have brought the Buddha's relics to Myanmar, to this conference and to Myanmar this time, Your Excellency.
Your Holinesses, Your Excellency, the President Tin Sien, and all the venerables, and distinguished guests, delegates from all over the world. Good morning to you all. We all have come together in this magnificent and blessed place to celebrate harmony and to promote peace. From the depth of my heart, on behalf of my master, His Holiness the Gyalwang Drukpa, and on behalf of my lineage, the Drukpa lineage, I want to take this opportunity to thank Siddhikaji for organizing this peace conference, allowing all of us here to share and exchange our views about how to achieve individual peace, collective peace, and ultimately the global peace. For Buddhists, this kind of gathering is also very important to bring together Buddhist minds from different traditions to share and to find a common ground to support each other so that we can all achieve peace, from inner peace to outer peace, from individual peace to collective peace. Whenever I hear the word global, it always reminds me of global warming. which is one of the most challenging at the moment in all over the world. In a way, it is a positive of global peace. I hope it's not wrong for me to say that global warming leads to many conflicts and misunderstanding. I'm from Ladakh in North India, where some people call the rooftop of Himalayas, where it should be extremely cold by now, but thanks to global warming, winter has become warmer and warmer, and we now have to use air condition in the summer, which was unheard of until recently. This goes to prove that the Buddhist teaching of karma and conditions are applicable whenever we are and whenever we live. Buddha taught everything is interdependence. Global warming is a result of a negligence of this interdependence. And therefore, we as humans, our egos tell us that we own this earth and all of its resources. As a Buddhist, I'm always proud to say that the Buddha Dharma transcend all times, even at the modern time like our time at the moment, where technologies has taken over our life, where our life is run by pressing of different buttons. We can still rely on wisdom of Lord Buddha to resolve modern day crises and to achieve peace and harmony. We, the follower of the Drukpa lineage of Vajrayana tradition, the Drukpa lineage was flourished in almost all over the world, and especially in Himalaya, starting from Bhutan, Ladakh, Sikkim, Nepal, Laos, Spiti, and many parts of the world. Including my master, we have been walking miles and miles, including many countries as Sri Lanka and many places in India, with the message of peace and harmony. And in Ladakh, almost 75 population are following the Drukpa orders, the Drukpa lineage. And this time also, with myself and my 50 monks, we are here to again to spread the message of peace and harmony. And with our most important and most holy relic of the bone of Buddha, we got to our Myanmar, this country, for the peace and for the blessing for the country. And at the same time, I would like to also take this opportunity to welcome you all to a Ladakh, where in the month of July, the month of 6, we all will be organizing one of the largest gathering in Himalayas, call it the Kumbh Mela of Himalayas, with hundreds of thousands of devotees coming together to pray and work for global peace. I encourage you to expand your global peace activities to Ladakh, the crown jewel of India. I assure you of an incredible and extraordinary peaceful experience. Last but not the least, I would like to thank from the depth of my heart to His Holiness, the Sudaguji, for giving us this wonderful opportunity to gather in this such an important event, and for all your very warm welcome and your warm hospitality. And I would like to thank Your Excellency President and all the people of Myanmar for their very great welcome and warm hospitality. And I look forward and I pray that we all will achieve and we all will make a change in this world. And when we talk about peace, I always personally feel that I want to share with you all again that we all been talking about peace and harmony since many years, and we are still talking about it. And I feel it's rather than talking now, it's a really time to come to take the peace and harmony into action, the love and compassion into action. So I would like to humbly request all the delegates over here to please, come with the action of love, come with the action of peace, come with the action of harmony, and bring a change in this world. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Rinpoche, for your message, especially emphasizing the global warming and peace. We also thank you for bringing the relics to this country so that the people can pay homage. Other messages from various faiths will be presented tomorrow. Now, I would like to call on our keynote speaker, the Most Venerable Dikwangpa, to deliver his keynote speech. Venerable Dikwangpa is an active humanitarian monk, and he is also deputy chairman of the Unified Vietnamese Buddhist Congregation of Australia and New Zealand. He has known the Most Venerable Sayadaw Sayadaw for many years, and he is not a new visitor to this country. He has been to Sayadaw many times. So thank you, the Most Venerable Dikwangpa.
First, allow me to pay respect and homage to the Triple Champ in 10 directions and all the universes first. Nam mô Thập Phương Thường Trụ Tam Bảo Vệ. Nam mô Thập Phương Thường Trụ Tam Bảo Vệ. Nam mô Thập Phương Thường Trụ Tam Bảo. Good morning, respected Mahanayaka, the chief of all Nayaka in Myanmar, and all respected Sangha in the Dai, and sorry, without naming to it individual of you, and particularly my older Sangha brother, Venerable Dr. Nyanishara, who had been kindly to request me to give this few words to this very important conference. I feel I'm not deserved for this position, but I have to respect and obey his order anyway. Dear distinguished delegate, religious leaders, diplomats, and particularly most important, of course, yes, in this conference today is His Excellency, the President of the Union of Myanmar. I had met you when you opened this conference hall some 10 years ago, but we haven't got an opportunity to talk. Yes, I'm born from Vietnam, but I'm living and working in Australia the last 32 years, and try very hard to preach the collaboration closer and closer year after year between Asian Buddhist country, Asian Sangha, and Western Buddhist country and Western Sangha. Still in very early stage, but yes, our Lord Buddha had been given a wonderful Dharma already 26th century, and we still working hard to follow his path. And the world becomes smaller as globalization become a norm, a trend. But because of that part of that, the world become more violent, more hostile, and we really need to come back to our root, our Asian background, where Buddha teaching had been helping most land and region of this continent become most peaceful in the past. Nowadays, we have to. Can I just hold it? Okay, maybe. Thank you. But before I start some of my idea presenting to the conference, I need to make some congratulatory remark to Myanmar first. As we all know, the very first few lay disciples of the Buddha came from Myanmar. They walked to India to do some business, and they met the Buddha when he was still in early stage of fully enlightenment, and they got the gift from his bodily relics, brought back to Myanmar, and there, and very big and important pagoda in Yangon, still evidence of the world that the connection between Myanmar and the Buddha in India, that very important. Also, Myanmar is still the most crowded Sangha community. I have learned that there are up to 500,000 ordained bhikkhu and some 50,000 nuns, even not bhikkhuni but nuns. That's a very large number to compare with all other Buddhist nations in Asia, even. Not talking about Western country as my country, Australia. We also need to recognize that Myanmar still holds very important, very scholarly tradition, holding high level academic tradition in learning Tripitaka, and even maybe the only country in the world holding annual Tripitaka examination. That should be a very fact that we really need to congratulate and learn from. And Sagaing alone, as Sayadaw had just mentioned, a small area has contained with 800 over monastery and over 350 nunnery, and 10,000 of Sangha is daily practicing Dharma day and night from the last 1,000 of years. This is important location we really need to learn from and to promote to the world. And I had been able, luckily, to come here several times, working with Sayadaw in several charitable work, and learn that fact. Even there are a lot more to learn anyway. And among thousands and thousands of active and educated and highly learned monks, I have been able to make friendship with Venerable Nyanisara and his exemplary lifetime and working and contribution to the nation of Myanmar, and also many other countries in the world, set up center in America, in Australia, so on. It make him as a part of sort of hero among our younger Sangha. As we hope he will be long life and guiding generation of younger Myanmar Sangha to follow his step to make more and more contribution to this country. But most important, and recently we have to recognize that due to this Buddhist teaching spirit spread among the country, we have seen the political transformation from one to the other government in very peaceful manner. The world at large is respecting Myanmar in that way, and we're still hopeful that Myanmar will play that role from now on to make sure that other part of the world will look for and learn from Myanmar for that kind of treating each other kindly, between the government and people, and between different political factions, and between party, and between different idea of how to run the country with dialogue, with respect, but not with confliction and violence. That's very important lesson we really need to learn from Myanmar in recent time. This sort of working hard towards the path of making this world become more peaceful. Day and night, millions and millions and millions of Buddhists around the world keep practicing 5 precepts, abstaining from, of course, harming and killing, abstaining from stealing or sexual misconduct, or lying or deceiving each other, and abstaining from wrongful lifestyle, and so on. And then the non-violent lifestyle of ordinary lay Buddhists will be the base of world peace. We really need to make sure that our community members everywhere in the world learning deeply the meaning of that practices, learning more about Vinaya, Samatha, and Prajna, and doing their daily practice, and then world peace become reality only just through daily action. Of course, not only just for chanting or blessing or doing ritual service, but also we have to focus and make people look after each other, caring each other, the environment, the society, the disadvantaged, the underprivileged people, in particular the disabled, the children and the women, and many, many other members of the society. The Buddhists in practice, Buddhists in engaging in the society, not only just within the monastery, within the Sangha community, but Buddhism contributing to the world peace has to go there in the grassroots level, in the community and everywhere. And I'm glad that I was living in Australia, one of the most favored Buddhist country in Western world. Only in the last 30 years, we've seen Buddhist community increasing 1,000% from just 70,000 when I arrived there in 1983 as a refugee monk. Now we got some 700,000 Buddhists, or 3% of population. I think among all other Western countries, there is hardly any other nation in the West have that percentage of Buddhists in their nation. And then that result of hard work of many Sangha, including some respected Burmese Sangha, Myanmar Sangha over there. I met the very first and respected Acharya from Myanmar in Nalanda when I visited Nalanda first time, 1986, and he migrated to Australia in 86 and 88 after 2 years after that, and he's still there. I think Uchagra is a very famous scholar from Myanmar, is an important master of Australian Buddhist community there too. I really need to request that this conference I will wait next 3 days to listen from all scholars, all the panelists and speakers to give deliberation and your wonderful teachings and explanation about different way how to achieve peace and so on. But I really keen to see this conference at least propose to have some practical resolution. Try to, yes, we do have enough, or maybe not enough, but we do have many, many Buddhist universities and colleges promoting academic style of Buddhism. But it seems that we really need to think that we will need a lot more, the Bhikkhu Training Center. There are many, many other monks who probably not ready yet, even educated from academic source, from the Sutra, Vinaya, Abhidhamma and so on, but working in the community, working with community, working for community is maybe another experience, another aspect of training we really need to consider, because many of us, when in young time, learning deeply into books and sutras, not very much know how to do with the community. When we get up to the maturity stage, when we have to take obligation from the senior to do things for community, I think part of the training for every bhikkhu and bhikkhuni, we really need to give them sufficient, not only just multi-language capacity, but also the general knowledge how to work with, and to work in the community. That's very important. And I'm really keen to see several leading Sangha from Asia. One of those, of course, Viruvero Nyanisara, will come forward to have a better solution on that area. Maybe we really need to think one day we will have not only just more Bhikkhu Training Center for each nation, but also the World Bhikkhu Training Center for the monk who can work across the nation, across the language and culture differences, and in different situations. Because the society of the modern world become more complicated, more sophisticated enough for the less capable monk to be able to work with. I am, of course, really keen to see this sort of conference keep drawing more talent, more wisdom from scholars, but also from activists, from people who involved to community atmosphere, working for the community, coming to share their experience. Because I know that even in certain Buddhist countries in this region, still many areas where we have problems come from different places, different reasons. Certain countries, they have the legislation where they restricted the freedom or restricted the movement of Sangha, who cannot work for the community according to tradition. We really need to appeal those governments, try to amend their legislation not to express so much restriction and control over the Sangha community in their activity. And because without harmony between the Sangha of all Nikaya and the ruling secular rulers, which is governments, we cannot see the Buddhist Foundation can maximize its contributions to make the society become more peaceful. That is another point I really need to draw attention from delegate for the next 3-day deliberation. Yes, contribution to world peace is our nature. We live in very peaceful with nature, with environment, with people surrounding us gently, with compassion, with respect. But if the political scenario or political structure disallow us to live up that way, and that another issue we have to resolve. We can't just sit there waiting the favorable given from society at large or from the government, because certain government, due to their nature, they have some very difficult issue for allowing the Buddhist community to honor their lifestyle and their religious choice. Yes, there are some spot, even small, but suffering Buddhist community around this area. Bangladesh, Tibet, Vietnam, North Korea, somewhere. And we will see more and more involvement of this part of freedom world, look after, help and care for those brothers and sisters of the Dharma. I'm also try to appeal that among the Sangha, we look each other as a brother and sister, we also have to make sure that we support disadvantaged part of our members to progress. The women, the nuns, the children, and the very poor community somewhere who don't have, they don't have local monk, local temple, local guidance for learning Dharma or practicing Dharma. We have to spread our resources to farther and farther, to isolated area, to a very poor community. And then otherwise, the Buddhists cannot only just contain into certain part of city or very wealthy area, but we have to send out our resources, our monks, our Buddhist lay worker to help people in very far and remote area. Time to time, of course, due to the nature of war, confliction, or natural disasters, we will see some damages, terrible damages, made or created by different sources toward our brotherhoods or community. That's why I really admire the leading role played by some who have been able to role of leading, helping other Buddhist community to bring good and toward those area and natural disaster area. Last few months also, for example, we were able to help some neighborhood earthquake victims or other part of the world. Really need to remain maybe some part of that is the government helping support to help each other. But even how much I not enough, but I really want to pray that playing more important role from now on forward to help other countries surrounding this Asian region and the world at large to engage more truly understanding Dharma in your academic education system and university provided freely by the government and also by Buddhist academy like in this SIBA. And I like to see more of that happen. Then the interaction between different Asian Buddhist countries. We have 6 Buddhist countries in 10 Asian countries. Only 3 Muslim and 1 Christian as a majority, and the other 6 are Buddhist. And really need to help each other and try to show the world that we are here as a hard-working Buddhist community. Try to contribute to practical issue toward the world peace. Not just talking, not just conference, but a lot of work there in the grassroots community had been done and to be done and be more and more to be continued by leading Sangha as a respected delegate here, I guess, and also our conference convener, the most venerable Nyanisara. Thank you for your invitation and your request for me to say some word to this session. Thank you.
Thank you, the most venerable Tikongba, for your wonderful, short and sweet. The most venerable Tikongba, one of us in the international Buddhist organization. The first, the most venerable Chancellor Sayadaw of Sayadaw going to present the peace flag at this World Buddhist Peace Conference to His Excellency U Thein Sein, President of Myanmar. Your Excellency. Sadhu. Kun Ying Chen. Now, the former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, Kun Ying Sutharat, is going to present the Gandhara plaque and also the porcelain to His Excellency, President U Thein Sein. This is the porcelain from Thailand, presented to His Excellency, President U Thein Sein, by Deputy Prime Minister, former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, and also Gandhara plaque. Thank you, Your Excellency, and thank you, Lady Kun Ying Sutharat. Now, I would like to invite the Most Venerable Prapromasit to present the Nativity Buddha statue to the Most Venerable Siddhi Sayadaw. The Most Venerable Prapromasit is, as you have heard, in charge of overseas missionary of all Thai bhikkhus in the whole world, and he is also a member of the Supreme Sangha Council. Thank you, the Most Venerable Sis. Now, before we conclude this opening ceremony, I would like to make two important announcements. The first one is about the group photo session, which is arranged just outside this one. I would like to apologize that we couldn't include everyone due to the space and also the constraint of time. But only delegates, okay, not observers, just only delegates and VIPs, just only delegates and VIP will be invited for the group photo session. And kindly make your way this way. The delegates and VIP, delegates and VIP, kindly make your way to the group photo side, which is just on this side. I also would like to make the second announcement, the sightseeing after lunch. The sightseeing will start quarter to one. Please please assemble at the place where we are taking the group photo. I also would like to request, according to the protocol, I would like to request that only the approved photographers to take the group photo and not the private cameras. Thank you. တာဝန်ရှိတဲ့ဆရာတော်တွေနောက်တာဝန်ရှိတဲ့တိတကူအဖွဲ့သားတွေ delegate တွေကိုတပ်ပုံရိုက်မဲ့နေရာခေါ်ဆောင်သွားဖို့အတွက်ဘုရားတပည့်တော်လျှောက်ပါတယ်ဗျာ Delegates kindly, all the delegates kindly proceed to the place where we are going to take group photo. Lunchtime is nearing. Lunchtime is approaching very fast. So we have to get this done in 10 minutes. Just in front of this conference hall. Kindly proceed.
most venerable, distinguished guests. Yes, this is a time where we are making a history. This is a time that we are going to have a snap to witness that we are here all together for the peace. The group photo session is just, if you see this main Buddha image just behind this. So would you kindly proceed, all delegations, VIP guests, to the stage which they have already prepared. All delegations, distinguished guests, to just behind the main Buddha here. There will be the staff to help you around, where to stand, where to sit. And this will be the occasion that we are making a history. The photo session will be soon once all delegation has taken their seats, provided seat at the stage in front of the hall here, convocation hall, or just at the main entrance. After that, all are invited for the lunch. Then at 1:45, we will proceed to sightseeing of Sagai Hill. Just to remind again that if you are lost where to go for the group photo session, the group photo session is just at the entrance of this main convocation hall. Or literally, it is just behind the main shrine of this hall. At the moment, the member of the Supreme Sangha Council of Thailand, Most Venerable Pramusit, is explaining together with Sayadaw Sayadaw to His Excellency President about the importance and the antiquity of this manuscript, which was discovered when Taliban blast the standing Buddha at the Bamiyan. When they blast that very ancient 2,000 years old Buddha, these manuscript was flown away from where it kept. People, they gather it from piece by piece. And this is one of the rare piece here displayed among us, brought to here to exhibit among all Buddhists. So we can say that this is one of the oldest manuscript in the world, oldest Buddhist manuscript in the world. I guess that there is no other script which lasted long, over 2,000 years. So we can apply that this is one of the oldest religious texts which has been preserved in human culture. And a piece of it is here in front of us. So it is rare, it is important, but it is auspicious. So this is something for all Buddhists to be proud of. So please proceed to the group photo. Please proceed to take a group photo at the entrance of this main convocation hall. And after that, we would like to invite all of you to have a lunch, which is specially made by devotees So this is a very rare occasion indeed to present the rare Buddhist manuscript which has been preserved. Okay, after the photograph inside the hall, I would like to request again, please proceed to group photo session, since this is another important time of history in making. We are here. It's a symbol that we can show as a witness for ourselves to remind that we are here to make this world a peaceful world. So we can show to our friends and colleagues that we have attended this conference, where we become a building block of the peace-building process, ideal full world. Please move on to provided in front of the convocation hall so that we can have enough time for lunch. Otherwise, the lunch will be delayed and thenก็กราบเรียนพระเดชพระคุณท่านเจ้าคุณพรหมสิทธิ์และคณะเพื่อที่จะถ่ายรูปหมู่ Okay, yes.